Hi, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss. I'm back again with another video, and this time I'm doing the Samsung Galaxy Tab from Sprint. You already seen the unboxing video, you know everything that comes in the box. You already seen the tech videos, you know the gigahertz, you know the mega processors, you know all that other shit. So let's just get into the straight up review, alright? Now the first things first, when you buy the phone, you already seen what it comes with. It doesn't come with any accessories, so I went out and got a carrying case. Now this was the only thing they had available over there, but it works pretty good. Has a cutout for the camera in the back, has a little tab, so when you flip it open and you want to watch some movies, you prop it up and it'll stay like this. That works good. Has a nice plush lining on the inside so it won't scratch the screen. Has a cutout for the camera in the front, and also has these two magnets. So when you close it, you actually hear it close like this. So it's not going to open in your pocket. Alright, so that's a good accessory to get. Right now it's the only one they had out, so only one I got to show you. Now as far as the device itself, how does it feel? It feels good. You can hold it comfortably in one hand. It's not as big as the iPad, so you know you're not going to have that problem with carrying it. Let me show you. Now when you got an iPad, try holding this in one hand. Even with big hands like me, you're not going to do it. I'm barely holding it. I'm squeezing my fingertips together right now to hold it. This will be uncomfortable after longer than 2 minutes. Alright, so this is not really good. The only way you can hold it is like this. And of course some of your hand is going to be blocking the screen. So this is not that comfortable to hold, but it's a lot bigger though. So this has a better feel to it in your hand. You could definitely hold it. It feels like a big PDA, like the old school PDAs. It feels like a big PDA. It feels great. Now it's not that cheap material like the Epic. It's like a little more hard plastic. It feels solid. It doesn't feel flimsy, you know, so that's a good thing. Everything else on it is basically the same. Like I showed you in the unboxing video, there's nothing really different that sets this apart from any other Android phone, just bigger. All right, so when you power it on, you see I keep the Widget Locker. It just slides right open. Now you start off with three screens to choose from. You can add as many as you want. To add them, all you do is pinch it in. It'll bring up to the screen. You could just add another home screen, or you could just take one that's here and get rid of it. Alright, so you got a bunch of choices to customize it any way you want. You could just press the button. If you got to memorize, you know exactly where everything is at, and it'll take you there, or you could just scroll side to side. And then when you press home, it'll take you back to the start. Alright, so now let's look at some of the apps I got on here real quick. I ain't gonna really get too deep into this. Everybody knows I keep the weather. So you touch it, you get this little weather animation, show the clouds. If it was raining and shit, you see the rain and all that. That's nice. The battery life on this is pretty good. Now you can see I almost got a full battery. Now once you go on the Android market, you know there's 1,001 battery monitors you could get. I don't really need that. But you can see I almost got a full battery, and I had this on since 10 o'clock last night. So almost 24 hours. I haven't used it that much, but still, to have this much battery, that's pretty good. It's not as great as the iPad. Anybody who has an iPad know that battery lasts forever. But this one is still pretty good though. Alright, now some apps I got on here. The best app that I would say on this phone would be on this tablet would be the YouTube. Since this tablet comes with 2.2 Froyo standard, you're gonna see the Froyo YouTube. I think you could get this YouTube also if you don't have the 2.2, as you just have to update it from the market. Now say I want to search a video, I'll just click search. Say I want to search one of my own videos. Right? Pop right up. Just scroll down to something you want to watch. When you click on it, pops right up. Speakers on the bottom, nice and clear. Sounds real loud. Better than the iPad, I must say. The speakers are a lot better. Swipe to the side if you want to see the related videos, or if you want to drop a comment on, just go straight to comments. And you can vote it up or down. Put it in landscape, get the full effect. You know, easy to hold, so I can easily see watching a whole video or two like this, or holding them like this and watching them in the car. Same shit, works pretty good. Alright, that's a great app for a tablet. Get the YouTube. Now also, if you travel a lot, you're definitely gonna need a flight track. Check all the status of your flights. You could see what time they left, what time they're coming in, see if there's any delays. You could check it out on the map. So if I want to know exactly where the plane is at, check it out on the map and see exactly where it's at. Zoom in and out, works pretty good. Alright. The camera on this is pretty good. Now the camera, it comes with the 3.0 megapixel in the back and the 1.3 in the front. Now that's not too bad if you think about it, because the BlackBerry only has a 3.2, and a lot of these other phones, they saying 5.0 megapixel, 8.0 megapixel. Like take the Evo for instance, it says 8.0 megapixel, but the camera is not that great on it. So don't get too, too carried away with as far as with the numbers. Just go by how the quality looks. And on this one, the quality is pretty good. I'm gonna do a separate video test later, but as you can see, the camera works pretty good. I took a few photos earlier, nice and clear. And with the photos, you just click one button, you could drop it right up to Facebook or YouTube or whatever you want to do. Looks nice. Works in landscape mode, works on regular Word, the swipe keyboard words. Like say I want to write something. The swipe works just like it works on the phone. Works pretty good. Alright, so that's that. I got Camera Fun. These are all apps that you get from the market. A whole bunch of shit. Just play with different ones, see which ones you like. I mean, Camera Fun is good. Let you change the background of pictures, turn them black and white, negative and all that. So right now I just clicked on the email. Let's check the emails. When you want to check your emails, you just scroll up and down. You can hit one tab and see all your inboxes, or you can hit each individual one. Like if I want to check individual for Gmail, check all my individual Gmails. And then also when you turn it into landscape mode, it works good because you click it and the email comes up on the side. So now I can click a different one without having to keep going back and forth. I can scroll all these while I'm still reading these. So that works good. All right, what else we got here? Now when you scroll, I got some other widgets, the feeds and updates. This is good because after you update it, you got everybody from Facebook, you got all your MySpace, Twitter, all your contacts and all your friends from the different social networks, all in one widget, which is good. So you don't have to keep going from widget to widget, check it. But there's also widgets if you want to do it like that also. Like I have a separate Facebook, a separate Twitter, a separate MySpace, Craigslist. You can set them up individually or you can put them all in one. So that's a nice option to have right there. You got the Google Maps with Street View, that works pretty good. Foursquare works good, Market. Of course you got a task manager so you can end certain tasks, that you don't want running in the background, or end them all at once. Okay, you got the Pandora Radio. This right here, this is the Predator clock. If you guys ever seen Predator, you know the Predator clock. You can set up different applications. You'll just have to memorize them though. Different applications in each one. Like I know if I want to hit my Angry Birds, I just click on that. And by the way, Angry Birds, if you never played this and you got a tab, you need to get this. You'll be addicted to this, trust me. It's a simple puzzle game. The idea is to hit the pigs with the birds. But as you start going along, they start getting harder and harder. The sound effects is pretty funny on this. It's very simple. But as you start going on, it starts getting harder. Trust me, anybody who ever played Angry Birds, they'll tell you they got addicted to it. All right, there's a few different versions of that out. You can throw that on there. What else we got in here? I got a bunch of bookmarks from the internet. So say I want to check on Foursquare badges. Somebody just sent me an email. So if you get a notification, just like I did, you could just scroll it right down. At the top, you got all your GPS, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all of that. Change the brightness. Somebody just sent me an email. You could just click right there and check it, or save it and check it later. And like I was saying, if I want to check on my Foursquare, I got it set up already as a bookmark. Just click on that. Let's see how the internet brings it up. Now this is on the Wi-Fi network, so this works pretty good. Pinch the zoom. You see all my Foursquare badges. So to pinch the zoom, it works nice. Okay. Now, as you can see that little check mark in the top, activation not completed, because when I got it, they told me that they want $29 for 2 gigs and $59 for 5 gigs. So instead of spending that money for those little amounts of gig, because anybody who knows, you can use 2 gigs in one day just like that. That's nothing. Spend it if you already got a Sprint phone like an Evo or Epic. Spend the extra $20-something and activate the Sprint Wi-Fi, and then connect your device from using your phone, and that works a lot better. That's what I do. I do it like that when I'm not places where I can use the unlimited Wi-Fi. So it's gonna always say not completed because I'm not gonna activate it. So you can just buy the device outright if you get it. This way you don't have to add an extra line to your service, but you're not gonna get it for the $300 or whatever the discount is. You're gonna have to pay the full $600. So is it worth it for you? Depends. If you don't have an iPad and you just want to get a tab, is this better than an iPad? I would say no. I mean, this has the flash on it, but the flash is not that important to me. It might be more important to you, but this is easy to carry. I mean, we'll go into a whole video on just about the differences between each one, but for now I like this one, and I'm definitely going to be rocking this one. All right, so let's see what else we got here. So you got the 7 screens, like I said. You could put as many as you want. You got the daily briefing. This one is cool because say I want to check the weather. You can see what your weather looks like. Put it up in landscape mode, check the weather. If you had any stocks, you could check your stocks. If you have any like if you want to know the latest headlines for the day, if you want to read the newspaper, has all the headlines and stuff right there. And if you have any appointments set up, you could go check them out like that too. All right, so that works good. Works in landscape mode also. The bottom buttons work pretty good, better than on the Galaxy phones. Me and a lot of other people are having problems with the back button, but this has that haptic feedback, so when you touch it, you get a little vibration, so you know you touched the button. It's not like, you know, you're just going like this, guessing blind. Yeah, a nice little vibration, it works good. Backlight doesn't stay on that long, but after a couple of days, you'll have these buttons memorized. You won't need to see the light. You already know which button is which. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this a solid 8. Only downfall I've seen so far is it lags a little bit. Every now and then, you know, like when you rotate it, sometimes it gets stuck. It takes us a couple of seconds for the screen to populate back up. Other than that, I mean, it works fine though. It works pretty good. I'm going to give it a solid 8. Put my seal of approval on it. If you got Sprint and you want to get a tab, this is a go. All right, it's out on Verizon, AT&T also, but you know, I basically only deal with Sprint stuff, so the Sprint Galaxy Tab is definitely a go. All right, $600, it's worth it for me. I don't know if it's worth it for you, but it's worth it for me. Shout out to everybody watching the videos. Shout out to all my boys who hit me up with the comments and all that. Keep them coming. Shout out to all the internet gangsters and the haters and imaginary players. You know, I'm gonna shout y'all out too, man. You know, it's all love with me, all right? I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video I'm doing. I'm doing the iPad against the Galaxy Tab. I'm gonna put them down side by side on the table, and we just gonna go from there, all right? Deuces.